I have a coffee, please. Yeah. No sugar, black. Thanks. Okay, good afternoon, Year 5. Thursday afternoon. Hope you're ready. This is our music lesson for this week. We've got a skill on the board. Listen to quality live performances from important composers. Okay, we're going to start the lesson with a different pair of glasses. And I want you to think carefully. Have a look at the images that come up on the screen. What do all of these people have in common? So have a look. You can pause the video. What do all of these people have in common? Okay, so pause now. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you've had a bit of a discussion, a close look. Did anyone spot anything? I hope that you have come to the conclusion that they are all the same person. Okay, so these are all the same person, and I don't know if any of you know who this person is. And maybe pause the video again. If anybody knows who it is, you can share that. Okay, right. Okay, now we're going to have a look at our next slide. Now, a little birdie told me that Mrs. Ramsden is teaching our Year 5 bubble this afternoon, so I know how much Mrs. Ramsden enjoys a Mr. Blanchet story. Okay, so this is a true story, and this is my little connection with the person that you just saw on the screen. Now, hopefully someone has told you that that person is David Bowie. So my connection with David Bowie is a bit random, but here it is. I needed a new roof put on my car, so I took it to a garage somewhere near Margate. And lo and behold, I parked up my car and it was parked next to David Bowie's Jaguar E-Type, and it stayed there for a couple of weeks. That's my car underneath, and I was amazed. This man said that they'd been looking after his car for about 7 years, and every year they would get a phone call and someone would just say, oh, here's another £10,000 for looking after David's car. Okay, so that's a true story. My goodness me, what a fabulous car it was. I'm just trying to find my cursor, and here is David driving it.
When Bowie and Hunt Sales were in Los Angeles to talk about their latest album, Tin Machine 2, they also accepted an invitation from Eve to venture out onto Sunset Boulevard. But before the stroll, the thin white Duke was asked to move his own machine, a classic Jaguar.
Hey, Sandy. I'm in your parking space. I said I'd phone you last week, but I'll give you a call just before. I'm leaving soon for Europe. I'll give you a call in a couple of days. Sorry about it.
The parking place belonged to Sandy Gallen, Michael Jackson's manager.
Is this an E-Type? Yes. 1968 Series 1.5. I saw these when I was 16 years old. Sit on. Job done.
Okay, fab. Hope you enjoyed that, Mrs. Ramsden. True story. Right, so let's have a look at our next screen. If we can get the computer to work. Fab. Okay, so today we're going to focus on David Bowie. Okay, he was born January the 8th, 1947, and sadly he died on January the 10th, 2016. So kind of 5 years ago, and he was in the news last week. I don't know if any of you saw the news, but there's kind of lots of people celebrating his life's work. Okay, so let's move on. He was an English musician and an actor as well. He's really famous for playing and creating different styles of music, and he could play guitar, saxophone, piano, and also had a very, very distinctive voice as well when he sang. Throughout his career, from the early 1960s all the way till the point that he died, he was making music, and he reinvented himself as different personas, so kind of different characters. And the most famous character that he portrayed himself as was this person. Okay, fabulous picture, fabulous outfit, and he was called Ziggy Stardust. So David Bowie made up this character, and it's a very famous image. Some of you might recognize this image. Okay, and his band was called the Spiders from Mars. So here he is with his 1970s group, the Spiders from Mars. Now today we're going to listen to some different performances and watch them as well. What I want you to think about was what made him so popular, and why do you think he's considered to be an important songwriter or composer? So we'll watch some clips and then you can have a discussion afterwards what you think about his music.
God's love be with you. Ground control to Major Tom. You really made me great. And the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capture if you dare. This is Major Tom's ground control. I'm stepping
Okay, amazing stuff there. So that's called Space Oddity, very famous song, and last year the Year 5s learnt that song together. We had lots of fun. We actually recorded it as well. That was a live performance, so they're all playing their instruments live. You can see the audience really getting in on that as well, doing the little hand claps as well. So oddly enough, that was recorded in 1969, and that was the year that the first man landed on the moon. So all of these performances that we're going to watch today have a connection with space. Okay, so that's a really big theme in his music. So the next clip we're going to watch is called Starman, and this is from a program called Top of the Pops that I used to watch every Thursday night without fail. So great program. Let's watch this clip. Oh, unavailable. What we'll do, we'll put it in the resources on a link, so you can watch that second video by going to resources, and I'll put links to all of the films on there as well. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It worked yesterday. So that was recorded in 1972. And again, make sure that you watch that clip. Okay, so that's really important. Watch that clip as well. Let's see. Hopefully our next one will work. Right, so this has got more of a connection with your activity that I'd like you to do today. So this is an animation of Space Oddity, and the animator has used the lyrics of the song to create kind of storyboard or animation to represent it, and that's what I'd like you to do this afternoon. You're going to take some of David Bowie's lyrics and come up with your own illustrations or pictures to match. So we're going to watch this clip and just see how the animator Andrew Kolb has put his images to the music. Oh, and we will put that one on a link as well, because that doesn't look like it's going to work. So check your resource page. Right, let's see if we've got any more success with our music lesson this afternoon and our online learning. Always a challenge. So hopefully you have watched those other performances before you've got to this slide. So your task is to use the lyrics from one of David Bowie's songs and create a storyboard around them. You don't need to use all of the words to illustrate the song. Think of it a bit like a comic strip, so there are bite-sized images. So it might look something like this. Okay, so one of the lyrics, I leaned back on my radio, so you might just draw a picture of someone leaning back on a radio. The next line, some cat was laying down some rock and roll, so that's like a fab picture there. So you can be as creative as you like. Okay, use your imagination. You can box it up if you're at home. I don't mind how you do it, how you map it out, but try and do some pictures to match the lyrics of one of his songs. Okay, so there are 3 sets of lyrics and songs to choose from in the resources. So Space Oddity was the first video we watched, which worked, and then you've got Starman, and you've got one called Life on Mars as well. And once you've done your Bowie ones, if you want to do another example using a space themed song, you can. So how many examples can you find? There are lots and lots and lots. One of my favourite, I'm the Urban Spaceman by the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. Okay, you've got things like Rocket Man by Elton John. There are so many out there. So if you want to do your own as well, have a go please send them in, your examples on Discord, okay? Because I'd love to see those. Right, so a final video. It's going to work, which is fantastic. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Going to be looking at a little bit more into David Bowie's kind of life and personas tomorrow. So I'm just going to leave you with a question. You can see if you can find out what was a little bit unusual about David Bowie's eyes. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that question. Have a fantastic afternoon. If you're at home or at school, maybe whilst you're doing your activity, someone will put on some David Bowie music for you. Okay, and I hope you have a great afternoon. See you tomorrow. Bye, pot pickers.